My stepmom threw my old comic books in the dumpster to make room for her yoga mat, so I sued her for the value of a house. The sound of the garbage truck crushing metal was the alarm clock I didn't set. I looked out the window just in time to see the mechanical arm lift the massive blue dumpster from our driveway and dump its contents into the compactor. Standing in the driveway, waving at the driver like she was sending a child off to camp, was my stepmother, Linda. She was wearing Lululemon leggings and holding a green juice. I sprinted outside, barefoot. Linda, what was in there? Where are my long boxes? Oh, David, you're awake, she smiled, taking a sip of her sludge. I did a little decluttering. I needed the guest room closet for my yoga equipment. Those dusty old magazines were taking up valuable cheese space. I tossed them. You're welcome. You tossed them. I choked out, watching the truck drive away, taking my childhood with it. Linda, those weren't magazines. That was a complete run of the Amazing Spider-Man, bagged, boarded, and mint condition. It's paper, David, she scoffed, rolling her eyes. Grow up. You're 25. You shouldn't be reading cartoons. Besides, the cardboard smelled like old people. My feng shui consultant said it was blocking my abundance. Blocking your abundance? I asked, a cold, ringing silence filling my ears. Linda, did you look inside the box marked vault? The heavy one? She shrugged. Yeah, I dumped it first. It was just a bunch of old comics in plastic cases. Why are you being so dramatic? I'll give you $20 to buy a new book. $20, I whispered. I didn't scream. I didn't chase the truck. It was too late. The compactor had already done its job. I walked inside, past her new yoga mat, and went straight to my father's study to grab the homeowner's insurance policy. Linda thought she threw away cartoons. She didn't know that my late grandfather, a man who hoarded collectibles like a dragon, had left me that collection. And she definitely didn't know I had it appraised and insured as a fine art rider on the house policy 3 months ago. I called the police. Then I called the insurance adjuster. The police arrived at 10 a.m. Linda was in the middle of a sun salutation when the officer knocked. Is there a problem? Linda asked, annoyed. I'm in the zone. We're taking a report for destruction of property, the officer said. Your stepson claims you disposed of assets valued over $200,000. $200,000. Linda shrieked, breaking her pose. They were comic books. They cost 10 cents. That's when the real bombshell dropped. I walked into the living room holding the appraisal binder. Actually, Linda, I said, opening the file to page 1. The box you dumped contained a slabbed Amazing Spider-Man #1, graded 9.6. That single book last sold at auction for $40,000. The vault box you said was heavy. That held the first appearances of the Avengers, X-Men, and Hulk. Total appraised value, $215,000. Linda turned the color of spoiled milk. That's impossible. It's just paper. It was an insured asset, I corrected. And since you threw it away maliciously without the owner's permission, the insurance company isn't going to cover it under accidental loss. They're going to classify it as intentional acts by an insured. What does that mean? She stammered, looking at the officer. It means the insurance company won't pay me, I smiled. You will. Personally, I'm suing you for the full replacement value. I don't have that kind of money, she wailed. David, tell them it's a joke. We're family. Family doesn't throw away a retirement fund to make room for yoga, I said cold as ice. I hope your abundance kicks in soon, Linda. You're going to need it. My dad came home to find his wife being questioned for felony property damage. When he saw the appraisal list, he nearly passed out. You threw away the Spider-Man? Dad whispered, staring at her like she was a stranger. I bought him that book for his 10th birthday. I told you never to touch the closet. I needed space, she sobbed. I sued her. Since she had no assets of her own, my dad had to liquidate their vacation home to pay me the settlement to keep her out of court. He divorced her 3 months later because he couldn't look at her without seeing a pile of shredded money. I used the cash to buy a house. It has a very large, locked library. Am I the bad guy for bankrupting my stepmom, or did she shred her own marriage when she tossed my legacy in the trash?